It's a very intelligent idea of the UAE government.
That with 30,000 you can get it, but equivalency is very important.
They can sponsor their parents also.
Correct.
The investors should have a 4 million transactions should be shown in the account monthly.
How is it that without me submitting any originals, how did you guys verify?
Diksha, we may think about that. Okay, it is very easy process. Okay, it's bogus kind of something.
Correct.
Never will work out.
Correct. It obviously makes more sense to get a golden visa than to get an investor visa.
But golden visa holder will get the Maid visa for 1 year very easily.
Why do you think there's a preference towards that?
Automatically, the golden visa is released from your credentials.
Oh. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the BizTalk series, and we have with us Krishna Das Menon, who is the founder of Business Mantra. Now, why is this podcast special? Because in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about golden visas. Yes, I know enough and more has been said about it, and a lot of content creators are bragging about it, but I promise you that the information you'll get to know today, you wouldn't have gotten to know had you not watched this podcast. So before anything, subscribe to the channel, save this for later and share it with the people who need it, because this talk is going to be busting so many myths about golden visas. So Krishna Das, welcome to the show yet again. How are you?
Thank you, Diksha. Very well, very much fine. Thank you.
I'm glad to see you. So Krishna Das, there's so much being said about golden visas, and you should get golden visas and so on. So let's start with first understanding that even while setting up businesses, why is golden visa a preferred alternative in comparison to an investor visa for us to stay in Dubai?
Yeah, the main point is that I don't know if you remember that just 3 or 4 years before, the investor visa duration was 3 years.
Yes.
Now, according to the new policy of the government, the entire UAE, it has changed to 2 years. So when the businessmen, those who are doing the different kind of businesses and the transactions, I don't think so one businessman wouldn't be limited into one particular business category. They will have a couple of other business category. So they have to be here. So the question arises that rather than having with the 2-year visa, it is not enough, because there was another condition of that visa holders has to be here on or before 6 months. Yeah. That is still there. I'm talking about the investors.
Yes.
Investors' point of view, when the government, so our beloved government, of UAE, so they brought up a great revolution, around 7-8 years before. Golden visa started, I think you might be remembering, it was started on 2018. So when it came, the people were not that much aware about that. But eventually, the people understood its importance,
yes,
and that relevance. So, as per the eligibility, as per their qualification, the people are getting right now their golden visa facility, and I would say it's a great opportunity, or it's a great privilege the country has been giving, and it's a kind of honoring to the businessmen as well as the people, those who have that kind of eligibility with 10-year visa.
So let's compare. So one is a 2-year visa. The other golden visa is a 10-year visa.
Correct.
The other advantage is that in the investor visa, you have to enter the country once in 6 months.
It was just 6 to 7 years before.
Okay.
Now, the investor visa is also have the privilege.
Okay, so that you don't have to come back in 6 months.
Nothing. You have to be here only once in a year. So the thing is that we would we would say safely to the investors, those who are taking the companies, you should be here on or before 360th day.
Right, you have a point.
So once in a year.
Right. Yeah. So in that case, I understand it obviously makes more sense to get a golden visa than to get an investor visa, because you're going to be doing your medical, you're going to be doing all that effort. Might as well do that for one go.
Correct.
Get the larger visa.
Correct.
Apart from that, any other benefits?
Golden visa, definitely, because golden visa holder, the main advantage is that they don't need to renew after 2 years. So the cost is not that much cost is coming hardly same 5,500 dirhams, you will get the golden visa in investor and employee category. So that is number one. Number two, the same, they have to be here, here once in a year. Not only they to them, their entire family. The third attraction is that they can sponsor their parents also.
Correct.
If it is an investor, so the investor has to show that their particular transactions and particular business capacity in front of that authority.
Right.
Now in golden visa, once we get the golden visa, automatically you can sponsor your spouse, children, and parents. Okay. That is the main attraction.
So I would also want to know, what are the main types of golden visas? I think the world is generally aware of the investment type golden visa, where you buy a property and you get it. What are the other types of golden visas that you'd like to shed light on?
In this current market, mainly there are 4 types of golden visas.
Okay.
In the category, 4 types. One is investor category. The second is employee category. And the third one is property category. And the fourth one is cultural category. That means celebrity category. So if it goes to the first category, investor visa, before, right now that rule is a little bit strict. Around 6 months before, you had to show a 2 million turnover. That means we would say an equity report. As per the audited report,
correct,
the company has to be the 2 million turnover.
Correct.
Automatically they will get the investor golden visa for 10 years. But now the system has changed because country is tightening that rule to make sure that the right people are getting the right visas, the facilities. So accordingly, being an investor right now, and this is a very important point, the investors, please note that the investors should have a 4 million transactions should be shown in the account monthly, 1 million average balance, along with this 2 million turnover.
Wow.
So then only the investors are eligible right now for getting or achieving this golden visa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The second category is employee category, employment, because the people, those who are working, I think you might have heard about that.
Sure, yes.
30K salary.
Yes, 30,000 salary you get.
Yeah, in between, before it was 30K altogether, but in between they changed. The basic should be 30K. Now again they have changed. It's total altogether 30K. Yeah. But they have brought up some other
due diligence
mechanisms. Correct. Yeah. The main point is that an employee should complete minimum 2 years in a company. That is number one. And number two, the company should have minimum 50 employees, 50. Okay. And the main important thing, the employee's certificate must be equivalent. That means there should be an equivalency department. That certification should be equalized, and it would be ready. These all 3 documents, these 3 all informations, when it comes together, the employee is also eligible to get the golden visa.
Very interesting, very interesting. So I think, you shed so much light on the employee visa, because this is something a lot of people don't know. We still think that with 30,000 you can get it, but equivalency is very important.
Very important.
And of course, I didn't know about this 50 employee thing. That is also very key.
Correct.
I mean, at least it protects that, a lot of people. But, Krishnadas, tell me, I know this is a question that's just coming off my head. What is the purpose behind giving golden visas only to a selected few? I mean, what is the rationale behind it from the government side? Is it that they only want to retain the people who are worth retaining, or what's it like?
When we take about the investment, that means, suppose being an investor. So I am an investor. So I am doing my best for the country.
Yes.
Because automatically, if we are doing business, the country will also be growing.
Of course.
The economy depends on that kind of, it's a mechanism.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So I think you can see that nowadays the company, the starting company formations are in heavy level.
Yes.
Why? The people are investing here in property, and automatically, as I told you in my last podcast, they want to park their funds. For parking their funds, definitely, obviously, they have to open a company. And they will be opening a company account, corporate account, and they can bring the money and they can utilize for their expansions. So that is very important. The key role is that country has to maintain the quality people. And the point you mentioned, and I told you in the first question, rather than 2 years, rather than being here for the
For a
short
short
term,
span.
short
They want to
span.
have people for a longer term.
Exactly, the people should be here for so it's a very intelligent idea of the
a very
UAE government.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the skilled people category. That's one category we missed out. What's the golden visa type in the creative spree?
Skilled category, as I told you, that is the fourth category.
Yes.
It is going to get this golden visa from the cultural department, Dubai cultural department. That means Dubai cultural department has to give the approval to the Ministry of Interior. Okay. For that, I think you might have noticed there are many actors, vloggers,
singers, and things, yes.
performing artists,
Yes.
then writers, lyricists. Okay, there are different category. There is a special category. So in that category, how they are applying, they need to submit a decent profile. So what was their honorings? What they achieved in their last contributions to their mother country as well as to the international level, and what their special abilities. So by showcasing that, they will create a beautiful profile, around 4 to 5 slides of that kind of presentations. These presentations, beautiful presentations, we will submit to the cultural department, and they will scrutinize that and they will verify that. So it may take minimum. It is again subject to the luck. Suppose that the people are very famous, and even though I personally witnessed that it took around 3 months to get the approval.
Wow.
But sometimes they might be getting very short span of time, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It might be. It is subject to it's clearly
approval.
Subject to the approval of government. I mean cultural department. Once we get the cultural department approval, automatically the cultural department will send a mail confirmation to the Ministry of Interior. Okay, this particular gentleman or this particular respected woman is eligible for the golden visa category. Please issue the golden visa category. After that, the process is very fast. Once the pre-approval came, it's a matter of time. Within 1 week, the entire process, medical, Emirates ID stamping will be finished, and they will be getting the Emirates ID.
So I'll tell you what, this is my personal experience, and I say this with so much pride that we belong to a country called UAE, and trust me, UAE spoils us in this way.
Yeah.
Because the way UAE keeps us, I don't think we can adjust anywhere else, and we are meant to be anywhere. So what happened with me was I've published books, etc. And one of my friends told me that, Diksha, why don't you apply for the golden visa? I contacted somebody, and then I designed my profile and I sent it through. And within 3 weeks, I received a letter from the Ministry of Cultural Department that, okay, we approve your things. What's important to note is I also hold a Canadian PR. Okay, for me to apply for my Canadian PR, I had to send in so many documents. And it's not that my PR is valid for 10 years. That PR was valid for 5 years. Okay, but I had to send my IELTS. I had to give my police clearance from the last countries that I had lived in more than 6 months in the last 10 years. So there are 4 countries. Then I had to give my bank statements, my documents, my degrees, and so on. But very interestingly, Krishnadas, I met somebody who works in the Department of Golden Visa from Sheikh Mohammed's office. He says, and I was like, listen, how is it that without me submitting any originals, how did you guys verify? Because profile anyone can create, right? It's just a PDF. And he said that, no, Diksha, we have a very, very strict and a very proper back-end system for documentation, etc. So we have things to verify every single thing that you have said.
Correct.
So it's not that you submit a bogus profile and get approved. They have their team that does their due diligence.
No. That's there is a strong committee behind that.
Yes.
A strong people working on behind that. So that's what they will not give that simple approval in that way. They will check it out, all backgrounds.
Yeah.
Even when the moment you have submitted, your all due diligences and inquiries would have gone to the India. So whether this particular respected
Person
woman
exists,
person
yes.
exists, and whether
Yes.
whatever they have mentioned, was it correct?
Correct.
Okay, was she honored in particular way?
Correct.
And did she receive this
Correct.
awards
Correct.
and ceremonies? Everything, each and every point. Diksha, we may think about that. Okay, it is very easy process. Okay, it's bogus kind of something.
Correct.
Never will work out.
Correct.
Never ever.
Correct.
Never ever.
Because I think their back-end team for scrutinization is really, really strong.
Yes, strong.
So I think obviously it would have been easier for them because I was Dubai born, Dubai raised. So all of my things would have gotten easier for them.
Correct. That might be the reason you have received within
Quickly.
3 weeks. Short
Yes,
span as well.
yes.
That's what. If it is a third person from a country, those who are applying, even though famous actor, let's say a famous celebrity.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
When it comes there, they will check it out. The entire thing. So sometimes it may take 3 months. So I have witnessed 3 months, 4 months,
Right.
sometimes 6 months,
Right.
sometimes automatical rejection.
Correct.
It is
correct.
clearly subject to their decision,
Subject
their
to
approval.
Very nice, very
Yeah,
nice, very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
So now let's talk about this thing, the 4 million thing that you mentioned, that, these many transactions have to be shown if you're looking at an investor visa. What are the other challenges through this route apart from just the transactions? What else should investors be careful about before obtaining this visa?
That's what investors, as I told you, just 1 year before it was very easy. They had to show only the 2 million turnover. Right now, they have to submit the bank statements, the 1 year whole bank statements to understand. So they don't that much care about this person is started this 1 million, 4 million transaction, just 3 months, 4 months. They may accept. Okay. So at least there should be a minimum time of duration. Just 4 to 5 months, this person should have this, because they are checking the eligibility, they are checking the capacity of running the business in this country. An average 1 million balance.
Correct.
Should be there in there, and so they will check it out their bank statements, and the bank statements we cannot give the copies. We have to take the originals with original stamp from the banks. So that is very important.
Correct.
So that's what.
So now I do see a lot of founders taking the property route for golden visa.
Yeah.
Why do you think there's a preference towards that?
Very good. That's what I am just coming to say, that third category of golden visa. There are many people, those who are buying the property. Right now, this is the market. Real estate is at the peak. Okay, real estate market, Dubai market is very high, and people are desperately coming here and investing here, and they are treating as Dubai as a second home. Because Dubai is very easy to access, the entire things are there. So whatever the people, whatever a human being need, so that is there already. And you might have heard about that, the largest amusement park in the world, Disney World, is already announced in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
So which is coming.
Soon.
Why? Because of that, Dubai has that kind of speciality in front of the world.
Correct.
And Dubai and the UAE is the main hub of the people. So that's the reason people are coming here, starting a company, routing through that means shipments and the business, while keeping the Dubai as a hub. And there is an international dignity for UAE companies, Dubai company, okay, while saying that, okay, I have a branch in Dubai, I have an international presence in Dubai. So through that reason, the people are across the world are buying the properties here. Okay, so automatically Dubai government has also again announced another advantage, that when you buy a 2 million worth of property, whether it is off plan or ready to occupy, in that situation, automatically the people are eligible for the golden visa. That's an excellent thing introduced by the UAE government. Wherever you buy, if you buy in Abu Dhabi, you'll automatically get the golden visa from Abu Dhabi Ministry of Interior. If you buy in Dubai, you're eligible for the GDRFA. Dubai immigration will issue that. So before GDRFA, it will go to the land departments. So Dubai, when it comes to the Dubai land department will verify the documents, whether these documents are correct. We need to get the sale deed. If it is a ready to buy, sale deed or ukud. Ukud means initial contract, where the people, those who are buying the off plans. So ukud will be getting after paying the 20%. with along with the DLD fees of 4% RARA charge,
Correct.
DLD charges.
Correct.
So once the ukud is received, once the down payment of 20% is made, automatically this person is eligible for golden visa. Nothing we are submitting. We are submitting the ukud copy, his passport copy, and his international bank statements of 6 months. If the person do not have any visa, if the person have the visa, nothing. Only that even bank statements are not relevant because the person has been in this country last many years.
Correct.
Need to give the either sale deed or ukud copy within 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, that channel is little bit taking time right now because of the rush. So most of the people are behind property golden visa.
Yes.
Property,
That's the major
very
one.
easy.
Yes,
So when you buy a 2 million
yes.
property, so that system
It's a
is
very straightforward one.
straightforward. That system is little bit slow because of the rush.
Yes.
So we say that to our all clients, it may take 2 to 3 weeks. So all golden visas, very important. Another point I just want to convey to the public that
Yes.
for this 4 types of golden visa, when we need to apply, the person has to be inside the country.
Correct.
We cannot do
Remotely.
remotely.
Yeah.
We cannot do the person who is outside.
Correct.
The person has to be inside. That's what there is a small difficulties facing for the people those who have bought the golden visa. So they have to be here for the 2 weeks.
Correct.
2 to 3 weeks they have to be here. Once the pre-approval come and medical, that is after that the process is very fast.
Correct.
So that visa is going right now, and each visas has their own designations. Investor is investor visa in designation. Employee, manager, engineer. But in property, when you that, it is property owner. The designation would be in the visa property owner. In cultural, what
It is
the
culture.
profession, cultural.
Yeah.
That means lyrics.
Yeah.
Then
Mine says
performance-
creative.
Creative.
Just
Correct.
that, creative.
That's it. That's it. So
Yeah.
this is the way.
So, you said something very interesting also of the shoot. You were talking about this thing that you can get a golden visa even on an off-plan property.
Yeah.
Because you get that on a 20% down payment.
Down payment, yes.
Now, the concern is, what if I sell the property?
Very important question. If you sell the property, Dubai Land Department will come to know the details. Automatically, the golden visa is released from your credentials.
Oh.
So there is no other option. You have to switch to other property.
And is that why they don't stamp it in the passport?
No, nowadays there is no stamping. No.
That's what I'm
There is
saying.
a
Why have
soft
they
copy.
stopped? Yeah, there's only soft copy. Why have they
Soft
stopped
copy.
stamping?
Because of that. That is not this purpose. Because of the easiness. They
Just
made it
ease.
digital.
No, they made it digital.
Digital.
Okay, that's a different
because
purpose.
that Emirates ID is enough.
Correct.
So you
correct.
can show the Emirates ID into the particular,
Yeah.
wherever you go,
Yeah.
the immigration counter, you can show the Emirates ID.
Right.
And you will be allowed to go, entry and exit.
So the thing is that if I sell the property, they'll release the golden visa, and obviously I'll not be eligible for that. So DLD it has that due diligence. That's interesting. But you said this doesn't happen in the employee case.
Correct. Employee and investor case, when you get the golden visa, government will be checking in their next renewal. Because when the next renewal is coming up after 10 years, they will check this all criteria. Current criteria, I can say,
Correct,
because
correct.
it keeps on changing. So
Correct.
current criteria, as per the current criteria, the employee or investor can go through that and renew that. Obviously, in my investor point of view, there is no issue. Most of the cases, those who are getting for the golden visa, they will be here only. They will be renewing. Employee cases, that is, we cannot predict. Because it's a market, their salary, then they may drop
Redundancy,
down.
this and that.
Correct.
You never
So
know.
that kind of situations, that will be. But at that time, unless and until that, the completing the whole duration of 10 years, there is no tension. But property visa, we cannot do anything.
Can
Property.
you elaborate on the whole extension thing? If you sell the property, what happens?
If you sell the property, you need to inform the DLD, and you are. They will not take any action. So they will insist the person, you need to buy another property. You need to invest in another property.
In how much time?
Within short span of time.
Okay.
I mean, they will be giving
They will give
maximum
you a
within
timeline.
1 month or 15 days.
Right.
So 1 month is, so within 1 month there is a stipulated time frame. So they will give that. So during that time, so they have to switch it.
They have to switch to another property. Purchase another
Otherwise, that visa will be cancelled.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I generally thought that when you invest in a property and if after that you flip it, you sell, whatever, it doesn't really matter.
No, because DLD, Dubai Land Department will come to know that.
Why is this creative and the executive visas so largely overlooked and not talked about as much as the property ones are?
Thing is that mainly those who are have the special abilities, like as you said that you are is creative, same like performing artist. So I think in that category, I think very less categories are would be there, because my profession is a businessman.
Sure.
I don't have any extra
Any other skills.
extra okay, but that's
I
what.
understand.
So the people, those who are really they have that special talents,
Yes.
that people are honored here. So that's what I am welcome those people, and across the world, please come here, try your luck. Give a proper profile, okay, if you are confident, because they will be checking out. But mostly, again, it's a 70-30 case. 70% it will be approved.
Correct.
30% sometimes,
Right.
because it is not up to the mark, it is not up to the criteria, it is not up to their standards, it may reject it.
Do you think ever in the future would we have something where expatriates will get passports?
There is a chance.
There's a chance.
Because normally the country, they have given already many expats.
Yeah. But that's just
Respected Yusuf Ali has the passport.
Yes, he does everything. In Jashan Mal's owner,
Jashan Mal has the
Mohan
passport.
Jashan Mal,
I
he also
believe
has it.
Choitrams has the passport. I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Sorry.
Correct.
Sorry.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But they have given it to selected few.
the selected
Okay.
view. But the government, I think it is up to their discretion and decision.
Yeah.
So they may come up.
Yeah.
They may come up. If it is there, it will be well and good, because it has to protect in both ways. No, they have to protect their locals, their citizens. So there are a lot of things to be involved that.
Okay, let's talk about golden visas in terms of family sponsorship. Okay, so I do understand we talked about that you can sponsor your immediate parents. And it is super easy. So for me, I remember the day I got my golden visa, next day I went and applied for my parents' sponsorship.
Yeah.
But let's talk about who else? I mean, from your family, who else can you sponsor?
If you are a primary visa holder, suppose if you get the main visa, golden visa, you are eligible to sponsor your parents, your spouse, and your children.
Okay. Immediate blood relations.
Even if you can sponsor your maid, that is for 1 year, not for 10 years. If you have maid, you will get the it is not golden visa immediately.
Visa.
So within every year you need to renew. You will get the visa for 1 year. But parents, that is the main attraction. Parents, you can sponsor immediately. You can sponsor your own parents, not in-laws. Not in-laws. Suppose if being a husband is getting the golden visa, he is not eligible to sponsor her wife's parents. Okay, but his parents automatically it will come under their jurisdiction. Automatically they will get the visa facility.
So for maids, etc. Okay. Now, for instance, obviously there are people who are non-golden visa holders, regular residents, visa holders. They also sponsor maids.
Yes.
Okay. And these golden visa, what's the difference between their sponsorships?
That's what that sponsorship is. You are asking about the maid visa, no?
I'm talking about the main visa, where the regular resident visa, a normal resident who doesn't hold a golden visa, he can also sponsor maids.
Correct.
And a golden visa holder can also sponsor maids. So what is there any advantage or any benefit or any difference?
There is no difference, there is no advantage. But golden visa holder will get the maid visa for 1 year very easily.
Acha.
Without
Process
any
is
hassle,
easy.
with process is very simple, documentation is very simple. But if a normal person who wants to sponsor maid visa, there are many system or many process involved to the their country, whichever the country they are from. Okay, their embassy will be involved, the documentation process. So that is a little bit complicated.
Okay.
The normal visa holders.
Do you have a cap on the number of helps that can be sponsored in the golden visa? Like how many number of maids or how many house helps, etc. Is there a certain quota?
No. As far as me concerned, there are no caps. But I had seen that there are 3 to 4 maids, because it depends on their capacity.
Of course.
They will check it out again.
Right.
They will check it out that residential ijari is very important for dependent visa also. Dependent visa, the person has to submit his residential ijari. He should have minimum 3 BHK flat for sponsoring the parents.
Nice.
Okay. Then that birth certificate, because that is the another proof. this particular person is the son, okay, of this parents, and also marriage certificate. If it comes to the children, their birth certificate. Then this for the maids. Maids, they should have that kind of setup. There should be a maid rooms and
Correct.
proper facility.
Correct.
Everything it will be checked.
Very
But
nice.
when it comes to the golden visa,
Yeah.
it is not that much checking for the
Correct.
maids. Okay, but it will be smooth process. But when it comes to the normal visa, you asked, there are heavy checkings.
Or heavy checks. Yes.
Yeah, heavy checks are going on.
Then obviously it makes sense to get a golden visa.
Correct.
Now tell me, is there a difference between Abu Dhabi golden visa, Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, etc.? Any difference in benefits?
Very important question you asked. The people don't know about that. If you are holding a current Dubai visa, you are not eligible to get apply Sharjah golden visa. Those who have the visa from that particular emirate, they will be getting from that emirate only. Suppose I am been keeping the normal visa of Sharjah Emirate. Imagine, I cannot apply in Dubai. I have to apply in Sharjah. But if you buy a property in Dubai, that process is different. It is going through DLD.
Acha.
You are eligible to get the Dubai golden visa because of the property owned in Dubai.
Right. So you just cancel your Sharjah visa and then you transfer to the Dubai golden visa.
There is no transfer taking new as a golden
Correct.
visa.
Right.
Cancel the Sharjah visa and coming to
Take a new
the property visa of Dubai. But in Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah, whoever holds that particular visa and that Emirates concerned, they have to take the golden visa. They have to apply from that particular Emirate only.
Okay.
Abu Dhabi and Dubai is, while comparing the other Emirates, is much faster. Okay. But the other Emirates are also okay, but it is subject to their, each Emirates have their own policies, their own norms.
Of course.
So it is going through that.
But in terms of benefits, there's no major
benefits.
Difference.
Benefits same, Diksha.
Yeah.
Equal.
It's equal
Because
benefits.
this particular rule has brought up by the National Council.
Yes.
That means UAE.
Correct.
Golden visa is from UAE. That
Because
is
some
the rule.
people feel that getting it from Abu Dhabi would be much better because Abu Dhabi in some portals and some articles etc. it has come that they offer even subsidies and so on to golden visa guys etc. So that doesn't hold true. Nothing of that sort.
Cost wise is also same.
Correct.
There is no much difference.
Yeah.
Cost wise is also same.
Sure.
Application process and cost wise, I would say Dubai is the best.
Yeah.
Because hardly 5,500 investor
nothing.
visa and employment visa, you will get it.
Correct.
Easily.
Correct. Very interesting, Krishna Das.
Yeah.
We had such an amazing time discussing about golden visas. So guys,
Yeah.
if you would like to apply for your golden visas in any of the 4 categories, you can get in touch with Krishna Das, and a Business Mantra is your company, your go-to company for all sorts of visas, business setup needs, and so on. And if you're considering Dubai, now is the right time to get through. So hit the bell icon, subscribe to the channel, and share this podcast with the people to clarify all their doubts about golden visas. And we shall see you soon next time, debunking another interesting myth related to business setup and visas in Dubai. Thank you so much, Krishna.
Thank you so much, Diksha. Thank you so much for your time.